Hi guys, and welcome to
Hello.
Cricket Caviar. Hi Kunal, how are you doing?
Good, good. All great. What about you? So, WTC is heating up these days, right?
Man, World Test Championship is on fire, and today we are going to discuss the different scenarios and how's the WTC's been different from the last one, where we had some clear favorites like Australia, England, and India. These were the top three teams there, but we are having so many different teams coming out this year. Sri Lanka is in it. Pakistan is in it. Some would say even West Indies have a chance, an outside chance. Of course, Australia, South Africa are already at the top, and England, New Zealand seem to be eliminated. So this is going to be really interesting scenario building up to the next WTC final. So this is how the World Test Championship table looks like now. South Africa at the top. Who would have thought South Africa at the top, man? Kunal, can you believe that a South
Yeah, I mean,
African team, anyone would have expected
we
them
thought,
to top the WTC table at the halfway stage?
yeah, we thought this team is done and dusted, but yeah, and South Africa have came back really strong. However, the task seems toughest for South Africa right now. Look at the next two series they have.
I can't believe they had England, Australia, and India at home, and still they are they are at the top. And what would you say the main Kunal? अगर मैं पूछूं कि one reason like which you will say that why South Africa have been able to perform the way they have been. So what would be your reason for South Africa performing well?
So for me, I feel it's just it. I mean, Dean Elgar has actually you know
Spot on.
brought the team
Yeah,
together really well, and they have a
yeah,
team camaraderie and a culture going on, to go out, perform and win test cricket. So I think that's the biggest reason, the new captain and the team coming back together. And also the team used to be slightly young and new a couple of years back, but these guys have been playing for a while, so the team looks strong and has a lot of experience as well. So yeah, things are coming together for South Africa really well with a strong leader.
yeah. I do feel Dean Elgar as the main factor. He's been doing the captaincy and also batting for the majority of the time for South Africa. And also the bowling attack, Nortje's emergence, I think, is one of the other factor. Like Nortje has come out and they have got some good bowling all rounders. Maharaj has been peaking in his career, and Vian Mulder, emergence of Vian Mulder, or you can say Ramada has been again coming back to his best. So all these factors plus Rassi van der Dusen, Temba Babumas, they have been contributing heavily at the top order. Aiden Markram, though he's been out of form, but still he has. They have got a very settled lineup now. They know what their lineup is going to be, uh, which was not actually a very when Faf and ABD were there. There were a lot of rotating elements in the team, but now they have quite a settled element. And I think South Africa they will have a tough series against England. They will have a tough series against Australia. Of course, they will West Indies को तो home पे हरा ही देंगे, but England and Australia, these are two crucial series left, and it's going to be interesting. अगर वो लोग इंग्लैंड और ऑस्ट्रेलिया को थोड़ा भी डेंट कर पाए. But coming to Australia, Kunal, Australia obviously massive favorites for WTC now.
Yes,
They
it
have
is
West
really
Indies
hard.
at home, South Africa at home, and only India away. So I think the only way they can move out of this top two is if they lose to South Africa and India by big margins, like 4-0 या 3-0 ऐसा कुछ होगा तभी वो लोग. Otherwise, we can safely say that Australia is in the finals because they have two home series and that percentage of 70 is going to go further up. उनके जो दो अवे सीरीज थे उनमें तो भाई उन्होंने काफी अच्छा परफॉर्म किया. पाकिस्तान श्रीलंका में they did not get whitewashed anywhere. What do you have to say about
Yeah.
Australia, Kunal?
Yeah, so after not being able to make it to the finals last time, it seems Pat Cummins and team really put it, took this upon them as a mission to make sure that they qualified this time, and they have done well. The team has performed well; they're pretty strong, but uh, they will be able to beat West Indies at home, no issue. South Africa has traditionally played very well in Australia, right? That will be a very interesting series
Yes,
to watch,
yes.
considering the
Yeah,
South Africa is already doing well. And yeah, against India, they will have to win at least one game. Otherwise, I think Australia might just move down to number 3. But yeah, interesting times ahead for Australia, and I really love how they have given so much importance and focus to Test cricket and went all in to make sure that they go to the WTC finals this time.
And Sri Lanka and Prabhat Jaisuriya's emergence now, along with Chandimal's re-emergence. I'm a fan of Prabhat Jaisuriya. He's my favorite cricketer right now, along with Dinesh Chandimal. So Sri Lanka has emerged and they have a away series in New Zealand. It's going to be tough, but अगर उनको माउंट मैंगोनुई में टेस्ट मैच मिल जाए तो शायद हो सकता है, जैसे बांग्लादेश ने करके दिखाया न्यूजीलैंड के अगेंस्ट. तो दे मे आल्सो गेट अ विन देयर एंड आई थिंक अगर वो जीत जाते हैं तो दे विल स्टिल बी एट थर्ड. बट अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया और साउथ अफ्रीका हेवी डिफीट सफर करते हैं, दे कैन बी इन द टॉप 2. बट श्रीलंका's emergence is shocking, Kunal. Shocking.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
it's a very, very outside chance for them to still get into top 2. But yeah, their emergence has been shocking, no doubt. Nobody expected him to do this well. Prabhat Jaisuriya, I mean, yeah, he's taken how much? 29 wickets in 3 test matches. Chandimal back to scoring runs again. You know, it's very interesting how Chandimal keeps coming and going out, keeps coming and going out. I think we see this every year. But yeah, right now he's scoring runs.
And India is obviously at 4th position. Bangladesh away, which should be easy. Australia at home should be easy or difficult. I don't know. Will be. But yeah. But India certainly seem they can do it. They can qualify at this point of time. And it will also depend on one of Australia and South Africa losing a lot. But luckily India का direct series है ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ और ऑस्ट्रेलिया का direct series है साउथ अफ्रीका के साथ. एंड प्लस बट मुझे एक चीज लगता है कुणाल, अगर ये साउथ अफ्रीका इंग्लैंड को हरा दे, मतलब ये जो सीरीज है ये काफी क्रूशियल होने वाला है. इफ साउथ अफ्रीका गेट टू बीट इंग्लैंड, then I think South Africa will qualify and Australia will struggle to qualify. We may have an India versus South Africa final also possible. So that is one thing. Or we may have a Pakistan versus South Africa final. Coming to Pakistan, they have England at home and New Zealand at home, both home series. And England, they will really need all the help of Joe Root and all the help of Johnny Bairstow to get past Pakistan in Pakistan. And
they're taking Moeen Ali as well. Yeah. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah, Moeen Ali as well. And Jack Leach, I think Jack Leach को भी contribute करना पड़ेगा. या जो भी spinner खेलता है, he has to play a big part. Yeah, I mean, it will not be that easy winning in Pakistan. And of course they have to hope कि पाकिस्तान वाले पूरे flat pitches create कर दें, जैसे उन्होंने ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए किया था, और वहां पे जो रूट बैटिंग करते जाए. That can help them. हाँ, but I think Pakistan would have learned from their mistakes, क्योंकि last time रमीज राजा का बहुत criticism भी हुआ था कि उसने इतने flat pitches बनाए थे. But there is one surprise I want to talk about. West Indies is actually not far off. Like 50% पे है West Indies. Obviously they have Australia away and South Africa away. Like
yeah, but
they
tell
are
me
definitely
how,
going to.
But first tell me, how is West Indies at 50% right now? How are they 50%?
How West Indies is at 50%?
Yep.
Obviously, West Indies got a very good win against, I think it was Pakistan. एक win केमार रोच ने उनको जिता दिया था, I think, और एक
England के साथ.
श्रीलंका से तो वो लोग हार गए थे, but they had I think one more series win against some nation.
I think they
won against England. They won against England. Yes.
Yeah.
They won a test match against England. Yes. So definitely West Indies ka, but definitely there is no chance. I'll say like Australia away and South Africa away, they have no chance. अगर हम देखें तो इसमें अभी Bangladesh is definitely sure to finish bottom. I have no doubt कि Bangladesh will finish right at the bottom. But yeah, I feel कि it's going to be, I have a feeling it's going to be India, Australia, India, South Africa. ये दो finals के मुझे ज़्यादा possibilities लग रहे हैं. Depending on how South Africa actually performs in England or Australia, I think it's going to be that. Obviously, it can be an Australia South Africa final also. पाकिस्तान दोनों होम सीरीज में कैसे पिचेस बनाते हैं उस पे काफी डिपेंड करेगा. और आई थिंक न्यूजीलैंड एक ऐसा टीम है जो पाकिस्तान को होम पे भी हरा सकते हैं. मतलब उनके पास वो बैटिंग है न्यूजीलैंड के पास पोटेंशियली. केन विलियमसन एंड हेनरी निकल्स या टॉम लेथम, वो लोग एटलीस्ट कर सकते हैं. इंग्लैंड भी कर सकता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. बट या इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. वी आर हाफ वे थ्रू इट और बहुत मजा आने वाला है. व्हाट्स योर प्रेडिक्शन, कुणाल?
Yeah, some people might even call out that there's slight chance of India and Pakistan final, but okay, that's not happening unless a tour gets cancelled or something like that. But yeah, so I feel because South Africa and Australia already are like at the top with 70% percentage, which is much higher than other teams. I think one of them will definitely get in, which I feel is going to be South Africa, and I think India should get in because the next two series are not that difficult. It should be. I'm feeling it's going to be South Africa India finals, unless
You're
Australia.
going with Australia?
South Africa
Australia and
India.
South Africa.
Yeah, unless Australia do really well in India and they actually draw the series or something like that, and then we'll have South Africa Australia.
या इंडिया पाकिस्तान का फाइनल होने के लिए आई थिंक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल साउथ अफ्रीका needs to lose to England. They need to lose to probably ऑस्ट्रेलिया वाला ऑस्ट्रेलिया साउथ अफ्रीका सीरीज थोड़ा ड्रॉ हो जाए. अगर ड्रॉ हो जाएगा तो फिर दे विल हैव अ चांस कि पूरा होम पे वो कर दे, रन आउट कर दे इंग्लैंड एंड न्यूजीलैंड को, एंड इंडिया बांग्लादेश और ऑस्ट्रेलिया को पूरा हरा दे. तो आई थिंक देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी फॉर एन इंडिया पाकिस्तान फाइनल. इट्स नॉट अ वेरी फार फेच्ड पॉसिबिलिटी. डेफिनेटली हो सकते हैं इंडिया पाकिस्तान फाइनल, एंड इट विल बी ग्रेट अगर इंग्लैंड में इंडिया पाकिस्तान फाइनली गेट टू प्ले. Like players like Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli finally get to play a test match against Pakistan. That will be just awesome. क्योंकि आज तक ये generation of cricketers, they have not played a test match against Pakistan. So it will be just amazing to watch. और क्या battle होगा उसमें. शाहीन शाह अफरीदी with the new ball, and you will have India's top order of Rohit, KL facing them. So it will be fascinating. And Pant ka factor, Rizwan ka factor, Babar Azam ka factor. Just I'm just dreaming about this and I'm having another. मतलब कि एक अलग ही रियलिटी में मैं चला गया हूँ कि इसके बारे में सोच के.
Only cricket romantics can think about it because it's very difficult. But yeah, good to have some hopes on that.
Yeah, it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy come true. मतलब अगर ऐसा हो जाता है तो इट्स अ फैंटेसी कम ट्रू. आई हैव नॉट रेड दैट क्रिकइंफो आर्टिकल कि जहाँ पे उन्होंने ये प्रेडिक्ट किया है. बट आई थिंक इट विल बी अ फैसिनेटिंग एनकाउंटर. और आई थिंक वो एक ऐसा टेस्ट मैच होगा जो पूरा वर्ल्ड देखेगा. 5 दिन के लिए सब कुछ बंद हो जाएगा. जस्ट इमेजिन द सिचुएशन. तो मतलब मजा ही आ जाएगा.
If that happens, I'll actually buy tickets to go to London and watch it in Lords. Pakka.
ठीक है कुणाल, तो आई थिंक वी आर कैपिंग आवर वीडियो विद दैट. एंड it's been good to talk about World Test Championship. I think obviously after every series we'll have a review कि अभी क्या position है. But yeah, there are a lot of possibilities. I would ideally prefer to see an Asian team and a non-Asian team play the World Finals of the World Test Championship. But obviously Australia deserve to, the way they have performed. और last time वो 2-3 मतलब पेनल्टी पॉइंट्स की वजह से दे कुड नॉट क्वालिफाई, या एक कैंसिल्ड सीरीज की वजह से दे कुड नॉट क्वालिफाई. सो दे डिजर्व इट दिस टाइम. आई फील ऑस्ट्रेलिया डिजर्व इट द वे दे हैव प्लेड इन द सबकॉन्टिनेंट. आई थिंक दे डिजर्व इट, एंड आई थिंक इट शुड बी एन इंडिया एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया फाइनल. बट माय फैंटेसी इज टू हैव एन इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान फाइनल.
Yeah.
So capping off with that, anything you want to say, Kunal?
Yeah, I think the India-Australia Test series will more or less decide what is going to happen, depending on how the result goes for that series. But yeah, let's see how it all shapes up. We'll have a really motivated, Steven Smith, Labuschagne, Pat Cummins, everyone coming in. That will be a series to watch out for.
Okay, Kunal, then capping off today's discussion. Keep tuning in, keep subscribing, and keep following our channel, guys. Bye.